United Way. United Way empowers them to see opportunities available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools and network within the community. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunity and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My Hometown is made possible by Herald Community Newspapers. For more local news, visit liherald.com. Got a story to tell? Call 516-569-4000.
WHPC.
And now we return to My Hometown.
Welcome back to My Hometown. I'm your host, Bill Horan, and today we're speaking with Councilwoman Erin King Sweeney. Councilwoman King Sweeney, can you tell us about, you've been making some TV appearances and getting all over the place lately, so tell us what that's about.
Sure. Well, I've done a PSA with the Girl Scouts, a public service announcement with the Girl Scouts, and also with the Baldwin firefighters to try to increase membership with firefighters throughout Nassau County. And do you have fun doing that? I mean, do you enjoy being on TV, or is that another world that, like, let me out of here? Actually, I love it. It's tons of fun, and it's really fun to see what goes on behind the scenes, whether it's these adorable little 8-year-old Girl Scouts who knew their lines much better than I did. Or you see, like with the firefighters, it was a really neat opportunity. At Baldwin High School, they have an incredible media program there. They have a real studio, and they have kids who work on every aspect of the set, lighting, sound, the interview, cameras, and they did the production from start to finish. They just told me what to say. And I mean, you have 16, 17-year-old kids directing this, and they turned around the PSA in, I think, about 5 days. They did an amazing job. And to see these kids in Baldwin High School, the fact that the high school is forward-thinking enough to have such a media studio in their high school and give these kids real skills that they can use when they graduate. I've been involved with them for about 2 years now, and to see how far they've come, it's really impressive, and I'm proud to represent Baldwin.
That's really a nice accolade for them, and also looking toward the future for their students and professions that, being right next to New York City, they may be involved in.
Right. These kids are amazing. They've done great work, and, whether it's CNN, Fox News, News 12, they would be lucky to have them as interns.
And they get to practice on you, so that's even better, right?
That's right.
Now, before the show, we were talking, and anytime a politician makes a decision, I mean, it must be tough going to bed every night, because whatever you do on one hand either takes away or may hurt someone on the other, not intentionally, but if you help the farmers, it may hurt the gas station owners, and if you help the professors, it may take money away from something else. Is that a concept that's tough to live with, or do you just have to say, wait, you're doing your best, you have to give it your all, because someone is always going to love you and someone's going to say, like the umpire, he's wrong.
Right. So there's so many worthwhile causes out there, and, it's hard to balance everything. That is true. But what I think we as politicians have to be careful not to do is, politicians are really good at pandering to people and telling them what they want to hear. And at the end of the day, your words mean nothing. And I think what you need to do is pinpoint a few really important issues for your district and say, this is what's going to drive me. And for me, it's all about economic revitalization. I mean, there's lots of important, worthwhile causes, no doubt. And, I meet with people all the time across the spectrum dealing with really important issues, whether it's water quality, education, crime, all of these issues, incredibly important. But I also think you need to steer your ship in a certain direction and just say, plant the flag in the ground, and this is what I'm going to get accomplished. Because if you say yes to everyone on everything, you end up getting nothing accomplished. So for me, hopefully at the end of the day, after my 4 years are completed as a town councilwoman, we will have incredible economic revitalization in downtown Baldwin. I don't know if you're familiar with Baldwin, but it's the area with Merrick Road and Grand Avenue where they intersect. For way too long, that area has been pretty desolate. And the town, it's a wonderful town of people. They're crying out for leadership and economic development. And I'm certainly doing my best, along with Supervisor Santino, to bring that to them. We have selected developers. We had issued an RFP. We've selected joint developers developers to come into Baldwin and make Baldwin amazing. I'm hoping this project gets done. I cannot wait with my pink heels to put a shovel into the ground and see something exciting happen in downtown. You know, I see it as important to the community of Baldwin, keeping our word to them. For too long, we've let this project just, lay by the wayside. But now, I think, as I said, if you plant a flag in the ground and say, this is what's going to happen, it just, and also not to be afraid of failure. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I'm going to die trying to get this thing done. And I think if you're able to bring hip, cool development to downtown Baldwin, it's going to help the entire South Shore. You're going to bring economic revitalization to the South Shore of Long Island. People have done it throughout Long Island. Long Island is, I think, starting to experience a rebirth. You've got places like Wyandanch, Patchogue, Mineola, Farmingdale, with these really exciting downtowns. We need to figure out a way to attract the youth, to keep them on Long Island. If you read every year, Newsday has a study, where are the valedictorians going? They're not going to Long Island. They're leaving because it's seen that it's too high of costs of living, high taxes, high property values. They're leaving Long Island. We need to figure out a way to attract these young kids. Also, try to attract the older people. As I said, it's all about grandma. I need grandma here to help me with my kids. I want my kids to have opportunities when they graduate college to come back to Long Island and live here. The only way we can do that is by revitalizing our downtowns and provide affordable housing, hip, interesting towns, and a place where we can start walking to downtown. It's walkable downtowns, maybe more bike lanes, a lot more, easy living. We all right now are stuck in our cars. We're on our devices. We live in all these like silos, and then we wonder why we're having all these problems with the youth. We need to put the devices down, get out of the cars, start walking, hold your kid's hand, and let's start re-engaging each other again.
You've got me all pumped up. I want to move to your district. I want to be in there.
Well, welcome
and I want
you.
To be,
you know what? You're welcome if you're going to vote for me. Otherwise,
Of course you've got my vote. There's no question. But we also want other people. So tell us, where can we find the office of Erin King Sweeney? Please give us your phone and the email.
Sure. My phone number is 516-812-3285. My office is located at Hempstead Town Hall, which is at 1 Washington Street, Hempstead, New York. My email is ekingsweeney@tohmail.org. So it's EKINGSWEENEY@tohmail.org.
And I will tell our listeners, Councilwoman King Sweeney is one of the nicest people we've ever had on our show. She's very approachable. This is the kind of person you want to talk to if you want to get something done, or if you want your daughter to know about, or son, about a career in politics, or just what goes on behind what we see in the papers. Now, Councilwoman King Sweeney, you are an equestrian, and I think you and your daughter are involved in that, and that's nice, and, we like to find out about hobbies, but that really has a therapeutic point, too. And I'd like you to tell us a little more and educate us a little bit.
It sure does. Well, I'm humble enough to say that my 8-year-old daughter is far better than I am. She is an avid rider. She tries to ride about 6.
This is an honest politician. You hear that? She says her daughter is better than she is.
So she rides about 6 out of 7 days a week, and just loves animals. And I've seen the impact on her, her love of horses. But we've you see young children with horses. There's just something sweet going on there. It's life skills. And I've been able to connect Belmont. They have Anna's House at Belmont. Anna's House is a child care facility for the children of the backstretch workers. So the backstretch workers are the workers, the grooms, the people who take care of the horses at Belmont. And they work many of them every day of the year, long hours serving these horses at the racetrack. And these kids are provided with child care facilities at Anna's House. And so we've been able to connect the children of Anna's House with the children of Camp Anchor. And Camp Anchor is luckily located in my district in Lido. And it's an incredible camp that the town of Hempstead runs for kids, disabled kids with special needs. And it's an incredible incredible cutting-edge program that we offer. I'm proud that it's actually in my district as well, and it's beautiful. It's on the beach in Lido with an incredible playground, incredible facilities for the kids. So we've been able to connect the kids from Anna's house to the kids at Camp Anchor, and we're looking to expose the kids at Camp Anchor to horses, and the kids at Anna's house to the beach, and play on the playground. And you realize in the town of Hempstead we have so many resources. You think in Wantagh the idea of Belmont is so far away from where I am, but really it's part of town of Hempstead. I mean, sports history was made in Belmont, whether it's the winning of Secretariat or other American Pharaoh. So try to bring everyone together. But just to get back to the importance of horses, kids with special needs has proven time and time again, different programs like Horseability, it really helps kids. I've seen it firsthand what it does for these children. It's really important, and I want to be a part of that good story.
We've had several of those groups, and that's why I wanted to get that across. I think that's wonderful what you're doing for the students who have special needs, the children, and especially working with the horses. That's such a nice project that it gets them involved with it. Now, as a council person, there must be funny things that happen to you during the day, and anecdotes, incidents. Can you tell us, take us behind the scenes a little bit?
Oh, gosh. If you only knew my day. I mean, I start my day at 5 a.m. with a double espresso, and I work out in my basement, get the kids ready for school, drive them to school, and anything can happen during the day. So I'm a council person representing my district, but I'm also an aviation lawyer. So I am busy all day on my phone all day, running around with my laptop and, trying to get it done. Things don't always get done. I don't always have milk in the refrigerator. I don't always remember to pick up the dry cleaning, and sometimes I forget to let the dogs out. But
that's a tough one. That last one, those dogs, wouldn't they?
The two little pups sometimes. But we try to get it done. We try to help the people in the community, try to get my work done, try to help the kids. It isn't always pretty along the way, but I think if you keep yourself focused, and as I said, if you pinpoint a few really important things to you and just say, no matter what, we're getting those things done, the things tend to take care of themselves.
Well, I think you take care of everything very well. And again, I would like our audience to know if they want to get in touch, if they're hearing this and saying, maybe I could volunteer, maybe I could do something, and maybe just turning it around saying, you're doing something for us, what can we do to support you? Would you give us that contact information again? Sure.
My contact information, my phone is 516-812-3285. I'm at Hempstead Town Hall at 1 Washington Street in Hempstead, New York. And my email is ekingsweeney@tohmail.org.
Easy enough to remember, and if you want to meet a politician, if you want to talk to someone who's really nice, we'll take some time to talk to you and listen to you and hear what you have to say. I cannot think of anybody better than our guest today, Erin King Sweeney. Erin, thank you so much for being with us today. I'm Bill Horan. Thanks for listening to My Hometown on 90.3 WHPC.
We like to get your feedback on My Hometown. Send your comments to whpc@ncc.edu. My Hometown is produced by Jim Green, executive producer. Nassau Community College, where success starts and continues. Till next time, this is Bill St. James. And remember, there's no town like your hometown.